for games, music, movies, and more. Get your entertainment at a CNA store.
Well done, Pick and Pay. That was an absolutely amazing, amazing event. Now, it is game time here on Expresso, so gamers come forth because my man Grant Hines brings us Alice Madness Returns. Now, I want to warn you, this game carries a very strict age restriction of 18, and the trailer you're about to see is a little bit graphic, can I say. So let's go check this out.
PG. Yes, folks, that is Alice Madness Returns. Now we've got Grant in the building. Do tell us about this game.
It is a very interesting game.
Yeah.
As you can see, Lewis Carroll, I don't know if you've ever watched any of the films or understand the universe at all.
Not
but
really.
Lewis Carroll's world is a little twisted as it is. And obviously studied a lot of universities as some of the greatest literature of our time.
Yeah.
They've taken a creative spin on it and made this world where it's a little bit more schizophrenic than usual.
Yeah. Okay.
You play a character called Alice, obviously.
Yes.
She's the main character. And she's had some hard times in her life. And by seeing a doctor, a psychologist to help her deal with it, she's dealing with two different worlds. This wonderful world where everything is bright and exciting, and this other world where it's a little bit darker. So the art direction is very Tim Burton-esque.
Yes.
Tim Burton-esque.
Yes, Tim
What term is
Burton-esque.
that?
Nice.
What term is
And you get things like, now these are all the creatures made out of bolts and nuts. Like you see, we're in this world where everything's made out of cogs.
Yeah.
And it looks a little bit dark, but when I dodge, I turn into butterflies. So it shows you this juxtaposition. I'm going to use big words here.
Yeah.
This putting together of this really sweet world and this really dark world.
I really like the graphics of the game. Like, it looks like a 3D experience. Like, can I wear 3D glasses when I'm playing this game?
No, you can't. Unfortunately.
So what's the objective of the game? What do you have to do? What's the end
You have
objective?
to find out what's going on with yourself.
Okay.
And deal with all these the things the doctor will tell you.
Oh my word! Look at that.
She committed suicide.
And the weapons she uses are, for instance, I'm holding a pepper grinder here and I shoot pepper at the bad guys, which is very weird. It's very different and very like a stark contrast to what you'd expect. So I'm shooting pepper at this guy, and whoops.
Nice. The last installment of this game was like 11 years ago, right?
Yes.
Now, how would you rate it, like, compared to that one?
It's come a long way.
Yeah.
The difference in terms of the impact is made is less.
Okay.
You see, this is a lot like Crash Bandicoot.
Okay.
And when the first Alice came out, we had never seen anything like it before. Now we've seen a lot of games like this before, so it's not. The impact is not as impactful, but it's still an incredible game. The art direction, the creative style. I mean, if you just look at this image here of this building in the background,
It's like watching a movie.
it's like watching a movie.
Exactly like that. Exactly. So Grant, tell me, man, what's your opinion on the game, man? What is your professional opinion?
It is a great platform. It's very long, which is very different as you wouldn't expect for a game of this kind. And
Don't fall off things. Come on, man.
I'm bad. And it's.
Let me give it a go.
Yeah, you can give it a go. And it's. I think that it's a good game. I give it a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
There are games that are better, but for this kind of thing, if you're into style, there's very little that is stylistically as strong as this.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, the creative team that worked behind this really worked painstakingly at the art. Now, if you shrink, you press L2.
Okay, L2.
And then you go into the Alice,
my word.
typical Alice in Wonderland shrink state.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oh, I'm not supposed to run the
Yeah,
fly.
you are.
That's what I was actually going to ask you, because it seems like it's very difficult to get into the game because you've been stuck on the same scene, like, for the whole
I
morning.
want to show, instead of going to the dark caverns, I want to show how beautiful the game could possibly be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
And these things
damn
like
it.
the triple
Can
jump.
I give it a bash?
Yeah, go for it, man. So, listen, I've been playing this game for like 2 seconds now. gameplay, is it easy to learn?
It is very easy to learn, and it's very clever with all these different things, like the triple jump you were just doing now.
Yeah.
That helps traverse the levels a lot better than a lot of other games, and
Yeah.
it gets addictive. You're like,
Yeah.
I just want to do, even if I don't have to double jump somewhere, I always end up double jumping there.
And the actual run of the game from, to go from one place to the next, is that quite easy as well? Or you have to go a lot of figuring out?
It holds your hand, there are a few puzzles. Oh, what have you done, Lewis?
Oh, wait, I need to go back to the game. Okay, there we go. Okay.
What were you saying?
The gameplay,
No, it
dude,
took me there.
the gameplay.
running other things. All
Yeah,
right, but that's fine. I mean, it looks like an absolutely awesome game. Grant, I know you like it.
I love it. And
Yeah.
it's different. If you're not into very creative things and it's a
Yeah.
little bit too weird for you, it might not be for you.
like
But if
it.
you have a creative mind,
Yeah.
like most South Africans do, totally for you.
Now, guys, remember there is an age restriction of 18 on this game, so just keep that in mind. But it is available at your nearest CNA. Go get it today. All you gamers, you will enjoy this. See you after the break.